rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently.
Coming up on by the boat. They see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army. Going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, chemo sabe, got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit.
Hey, one way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
Coming up on my new boat.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking till we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up on by the boat.
One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team my all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of One West rising to prominent. Cause I be One West to the death till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group time for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat on, none of them can get through the fire. Around with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire. But down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even count. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got ready for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jordan. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that Ecoline van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in that attic like that air frame. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like ball cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your color. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
All right. Let's get to it. Ready to go?
All right. Clap it up. Shalom. Israel, you know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Saturday. Understand? This is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. You understand? This is the Sabbath service where we go over the scriptures of the Old. You understand? From the Old Testament, showing how the scriptures back then and the stories back then relate into today's time. All right, I'm Priest and Officer of 500 Hadar Moth. And to my right also is Priest and Officer of 50, Marwasar in the building with us. All right. With that, we will present. Get ready for the prayers. Elijah? Trumpet.
Why, y'all Charlotte?
Sorry. Trumpet. Get to it. All right. We're now prepared for the reading of the prayers. Israel, Amajim, means to stand. Yaham Pakwadam means to face the east. So, this is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakbaka, Taba'a, Ratizayaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ba'aratza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Lathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Abawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Abawakinawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Manasayawan, Abal, Awashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wathapara, La'ai Walamyam, Aman.
Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
It's the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kusha, the thunder now, Akak, Larpa'a, Cow Makala, Wakau Marawa, Akak, Latahar, Hamatazarain, Akak, Lahakim, Hamathim, Akak, Arakawa, Atama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water, Aman.
The power. Slovakia. The power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Asha.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam,
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a.
Izaria,
Azaria.
Izaria,
Azaria.
Ma'ain,
Ma'ai.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Aisha,
Asha.
Shemayim,
Shemai.
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan,
Ayathan.
Lamawat,
Lamawat.
Regalka,
Ugalka.
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yadawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Anak,
Anak.
La'a,
La'at.
Yanawam,
Yadawam.
Wala'at,
Wala'at.
Yayashun,
Yasha.
Sharamar,
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Zalka.
Al-Yad,
Ayah.
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka.
Yamawam,
Yamawam.
Ashamash,
Hashimah.
La'a Yakaka,
Ayakaka.
Wayarak,
Wayarak.
Balayila,
Ba'ayla.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai,
Kalrai.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
off the Pashka,
Off the Pasha.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza'aka,
Tazaka.
Wabawa'aka,
Wabawa'aka.
Wayatha,
Wayatha.
I will lump.
Wa'ai. Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help comes from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Al-Hayim.
Al-Tamayalaka,
Al-Famalaka.
Al-Takarash,
Al-Fakarash.
Al-Tashikwat,
Al-Fashikwat.
Al,
Al-Kayahana.
Kayahana, Wabayabika,
Wabayabika.
Yahama Yawan,
Yahamiyawam.
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka,
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Ya'ayim Yamwa.
Sawadah,
Sawadah.
Wayatha,
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawar,
Wa'ai Tazawar.
Al-Tasapawanyaka,
Al-Tazawanyaka.
Amarwa,
Amarwa.
Lakawa,
Wakawa.
Wanakakidam,
Wanikakidam.
Magaya,
Magoya.
Wala'aya Shakar,
Wa'aya Shikar.
Sham Yasha'al,
Sham Yashal.
Iwada,
Iwada.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Nawa I Tazawar,
Nawai. I Tazawar.
Laba,
Laba.
Yakadwa,
Yakagwa.
Auyaka,
Auyaka.
Barya,
Barya.
Yakaswa,
Yakaswa.
Ahawya,
Ahawya.
Adawam,
Adawam.
Wayasma Alayam,
Wa'ashama Ayil.
Awa'aba,
Wa'aba.
Wahagariam,
Wahagaria.
Gabal,
Kabal.
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimawa.
Wa'aimalak,
Wa'aimalak.
Palashah,
Halashah.
Anya Shabya,
Anya Shabya.
Tazawar,
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar,
Ramashawar.
Nalawa,
Larawa.
Imam,
Imam.
Ayawa,
Ayawa.
Zerawai,
Zerawai.
Labanya Lawat,
Labani Lawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Aishalaham,
Ashalaham.
Kamadyan,
Kamanya.
Kasaya Sera'a,
Kasaya Sayar Ah.
Kayabyan,
Kayabya.
Banakal,
Banikal.
Koyashwan,
Kayashwa.
Ashamadwa,
Yashamadwa.
Wayayan Darara,
Bayan Dara.
Hayawa,
Ayawa.
Daman,
Naman.
La Datma,
Dagma.
Sayatamwa,
Shaitamwa.
Ladayatmawa,
Aliyamawa.
Kayara,
Kayara.
Bakazaba,
Kazaba.
Bakazaba,
Kazaba.
Bakazal Manai,
Wakazamanai.
Kau Nasayakamwa,
Kal Nasayakamwa.
Ashar,
Ashar.
Amarwa,
Amarwa.
Ayarasha,
Ayarasha.
Nalawa,
Lawa.
Naawat,
Lawa.
Alahayim,
Alhaya.
Alahaya,
Alhaya.
Sayatamwa,
Shayatamwa.
Kagagala,
Kagagila.
Kakwash,
Kakwash.
Labanya Raka,
Nabani Okwa.
Kaash,
Kaash.
Ira Yaira,
Lavi Ira.
Wa Kalahabam,
Wahakalahai Bam.
Kalahat,
Lahat.
Harayam,
Ariel.
Khan,
Kam.
Daradatma,
Laradakma.
Asa Iraka,
Asarika.
Wabasawa Pafka,
Wabasa Yapaka.
Dahabalam,
Bahabalam.
Mala'a,
Mala'a.
Panyaham,
Panyaham.
Palawan,
Palawan.
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakashwa.
Shamka,
Shaka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa.
Wayai,
Ayai.
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakapawa.
Wayabadwa,
Wayabagwa.
Wayadawa,
Wayadawa.
Kaya Atha,
Ayahata.
Shamka,
Shaka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Labaka,
Labaka.
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan.
Al Kaha Arataza.
Al-Kaha. Rapaza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
Be not still, O Yahweh.
and be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
Thine enemies make atonement.
Thy enemies make atonement.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted.
Against thy hidden ones.
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel.
May be no more remembrance.
May be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted.
But they have consulted
together with one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against
thee. They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And the Hagarene.
And the Hagarene.
Cabal.
Cabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur. Also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
As the brook Kison.
The brook Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make the nobles like a red.
Make the nobles like a red.
And like Zeed.
Like Zeed.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Amunah.
And as Amunah.
Who said? Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The house of Yahweh in possession.
The house of Yahweh in possession.
All my power.
All my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burns the wood.
As the fire burns the wood.
And as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy temper.
With thy temper.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
And they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled.
And troubled.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth. This is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wahabayah.
Wahabayah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Wada.
Wada.
Aman.
Amen. Bless Israel in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahushua.
The name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
The name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Sorry, we need the turn. Shall we maybe see? Shall All right. Once again, this is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, start out 1 West 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. This is the Sabbath service, and continuing on from last week, we should be in the book of Deuteronomy. You understand? Deuteronomy chapter 29.
21.
And what?
21.
And 21. Yes. Very good. Okay. No sweat. In the meantime, Marvin, if you could grab the door, please. Papa Shah. All right. So I'll go ahead and read in the Hebrew. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 21 in the Hebrew. Take it that way. No, go that way. Yes. Wahabad Yahweh, Lariah, McCall, Shabbatya, Yasha'Allah, Kakal, Alawath, Habaryath, Hakathawakba, Basapar, Hathawara, Hazah. Verse 22. Wa'amar, Hadawar, Ha'akarwan, Bunyakam, Ashar, Yakawamwa, Ma'akaryam. It's like a Ma'akaryakam. Waha Nakarya, Ashar, Yaba'a, Ma'arataza, Rakawakwa, Warawa, Ath, Makawath, Ha'arataza, Hahawa, Wa'ath, Thakalaya, Ashar, Kala, Yahweh, Ba. Verse 23. Gaparyath, Wamalak, Sharapah, Kal, Aratazah, La'ah, Fazarai, Wala'ah, Fa Tazamak, Wala'ah, Ya'ila, Ba, Kal, Ashab, Kamahapakaf, Saddam, Wayamara, Adamah, Watazab, Yayam, Ashar, Kapak, Yahweh, Ba'apwa, Wabakam, Thawa. Verse 24. Wa'amarwa, Kal, Hagayim, Al, Ma, Aisha, Yahweh, Kaka, La'arataza, Haza'ath, Ma, Karya, Ha'ap, Hagadal, Gadawal, Hazah. Verse 25. Wa'amarwa, Il, Ashar, Izabwa, Ath, Varyath, Yahweh, Alahaya, Abatham, Ashar, Karath, Imam, Baha Wataza, Ya'awa, Atham, Ma'arataza, Matazarayim. Verse 26. Walalakwa, Waya, Ibadwa, Alahayim, Akaryim, Wayashath, Kawa, Laham, Alahayim, Ashar, La'ah, Yadaiwam, Wala'ah, Kalak, Laham. And verse 27, Wayakar Ap, Yahweh, Ba'arataza, Hahawa, Lahab Ya'ah, Al Yah, Ath, Kal, Hakwala, Hakafwaba, Basapar, Hazah. Right? You could read for me in English, starting at verse 21.
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall separate him unto evil out of all the tribes of Israel.
Okay. All right. So just real quick, remember from last week, we talked about the imagination of the mind. You understand? And listening to the curses that our people will have to go through. You understand? It's essentially in what? Accepting like Christianity and things that are not of the Most High. You understand? Being around what the abominations, meshing themselves with the other people, you understand, other customs, okay? And now we're seeing another scripture how the Most High will essentially separate him and separate those people from the other tribes. Okay, keep going.
Okay.
According to
all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law.
That's right. According to all the curses that are written in what of the covenant that are written in the book in this book. Who's the covenant with? With the Israelites. You understand? There's no if you saw from last night, Captain Zarya had a debate with a Filipino, I believe, another Asian, and Captain Zarya kept asking him, "Can you show me scripture where there's another nation that has the covenant, that was given the covenant? You can't just say Gentiles. You can't say everybody. You have to show the nation. We can see that the nation of the Israelites. You understand? But we don't see any other nations. Okay, keep going.
Okay, verse 42. So the generation to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the strangers that come from a far land,
all right,
shall say, when they see the plagues of that land and the sicknesses which the Lord hath laid upon it.
That's right. So now just think. Remember, Jeremiah Hyman brings out this book. I think this is maybe one of his favorite books. Tell the children our story. Tell the children our story. Our children should know these stories. Our children should know these scriptures. You understand? When we explain to them, you understand, why back in the days that, saying our parents and our grandparents had to suffer the segregation. You understand? From what? The colored only, right? Colored only, whites only here. You understand? Now we have to tell them why our people are suffering from certain diseases. You understand? Not just the racism, but the diseases as well, the illnesses. You understand? The stereotypes, the stigmatisms, everything that's affecting our people, they're right here in these scriptures. They're right here. You understand? Like we're like back then, what? There was Jim Crow. There was Jim Crow. And now affirmative, that's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I'm scatterbrained. Affirmative action has just been, what's the word for it? Overturned. So essentially now affirmative action is unlawful. All right? It's unlawful to say, you know what? We're going to take these minority people and put them over the majority, just so we can say for the quota status. You understand? Sis?
Yeah, the overturning, what it eventually do is just get the old country club ideology back in place, so that people who used to have diversity in the Ivy League schools and all that, it's just not going to be that, which might be good for our people, because now the HBCUs will probably have an uprising.
That's right. Absolutely. They're going to have an uprising. Instead, they have to. Now we're being forced to. Salome Lord Christ, brother. We're being forced to what? To choose our people. We're being forced to choose ourselves now. You understand? And believe it or not, that's going to be what's a good word for it? That's going to be an outstanding feat. All right. Now, granted, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Why? Because this is what we're going to be used to. You understand? This is the tradition. Okay. But again, with these scriptures coming to the truth, it's not as hard as you think. You understand? It's not as hard. It's not so hard to give up pork. It's not as hard as you think to give up shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand? Trust me, your pockets will thank you. You understand? Your pockets will thank you. You understand? And also your body will thank you as well. And if your pockets will thank you, your body will thank you. Guess what else your reward will be? Your reward will be in heaven. The Most High will bless you as well. He'll bless you with health. You understand? You won't have to go through those curses. You won't have to suffer those illnesses, right? And also, you won't have to believe in another nation of people who has put you on the bottom and has strived so hard to keep you there. You understand? That is their plan. That's the strategy. They always want to keep you on the bottom. And so they're going to tell you things that the Most High doesn't want you to do. And he's going to convince you that, hey, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay to smoke cigarettes. You're not going to die from it. You understand? But when you see the oppressor and the things that how he's living, you think that you can live like him. And that's not how we're supposed to think at all. You understand? We're supposed to think better for ourselves. You understand? All right. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 23. And that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt,
Wow,
and burning, that it is not sown, nor beareth, nor any grass groweth therein. Like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Wow, the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. So we've already know the stories of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And we have told our children this, but also other nations are familiar with these stories as well. All right, keep going.
Okay. Admah and Zeboim, which the Lord overthrew in his anger.
Wow. So to a degree, Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't the only cities, you You understand? They got roughed up by the Most High. You understand? They were the abominations. It's not just them. It's other so-called nations as well. It's other groups of people. You understand that are oppressing them. That are oppressing the Most High's people. You understand? They are trying to get them to do wicked and abominable things. You understand? Essentially, keeping them from the Most High. Okay, and also think about this: when you want to say that certain people are in your life, and then you start progressing in life, you start doing new things, and then the people that you're used to, they start to disappear, start to fall back a little bit. A lot of times, we're good, Warrior. Thank you. A lot of times, that's the Most High taking those people out of your life. You understand? And unfortunately, the Most High is going to do it in a way that you can't understand, and also a way that's going to really hurt you. You understand? Like, for instance, I can tell you that, coming into the truth, I started learning new things. I started losing friends. You know what I'm saying? I even lost family because of that. You understand? Like, for instance, like I have a little cousin who's more of a sister to me than my own little sister. You understand? And because of the choice that she was making in her life, I told her that I couldn't rock with that. I couldn't rock with that. I can't rock with you being a part of the alphabet community. I'm not with that. He said, I love you, but I can't be around you with that. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, what if I come into town and whatnot? So, yeah, okay, you can visit. Can I bring my friend with you? No. I said, because if you're doing that, that means I'm accepting that. And now there's a chance that your lifestyle can affect my son. And he loves you. But now, if he loves you so much, he's going to be confused. He's going to be confused. You understand? So now, I can't be a part of that. And so after that, I haven't spoken to her in years now. You understand? And she hasn't called me either, because she knows what I stand for. You understand? So essentially, the Most High took her out of my life. You understand? Because I could be confused as well. I could be more accepting. Well, you know what? It's okay. No, you can't do that. You understand? If you can't, you have to think, like, if you can't accept your family for being thieves, you understand? Oh man, here comes Rashid, man. I gotta put my money up. You're not gonna have him around. Why? Because he's a thief. You're not gonna accept it, right? If you have your family who are drug addicts, you're not gonna have them around because you can't accept that. Same with being a murderer. Same with being a part of the alphabet community. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make that decision that, you know what, I can't be a part of this. Sometimes it's going to be rough, but the Most High will help you in that decision. Okay? Very good. So like we said in the scriptures, you see that a lot of these cities, these nations were overthrown. You understand? These were the people who were not only oppressing the Most High's people, but they also had them in confusion. All right? Just like Egypt. Egypt had our people not only oppressed, but confused as well. You understand? So the Most High is going to take them away so that it'll be easier for them to serve him. Right?
So, but it's like everybody, they're like, how they say, man, but that's your family, that's your brother. You should still accept them. I mean,
that's right.
What you gonna do? That's your family, man. Nah, man, I can't do that.
You can't. You have to make that decision.
Right.
The scriptures say, choose thee this day who you will serve. I choose to serve the Most High. I choose to serve Christ. Right. I can't serve man. You understand? I can't serve man. When I say I can't serve man, you understand? Meaning, like, I can't serve him as I would serve the Most High. I can't put him and his traditions over the Most High. Understand?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Now, accepting, okay, just like your cousin, like, if you accept a lifestyle and you accept them being thieves, LGBT, would that still be like making a covenant with that wickedness, or with the,
Now, like, if you were saying, like, if you're accepting them, I mean, Now you can accept like, well, it is what it is. That's what you do.
Right.
You understand? But I can't be a part of that.
Right.
I can't be a part of that. You understand? So now, like how I said, I'm not going to have you. I'm not going to have you in my house. You understand? But now there are people who have to make certain decisions. You understand? Like let's say if this is like in your immediate family, you're going to have to work that out. And again, choose ye this day whom you will serve. You understand?
Right.
Choose ye this day whom you serve. And it can be confusing, but this is what the scriptures are for. You understand? This is what the scriptures are for, to give us guidance. You understand? And help us to serve the Most High. You understand? Because you look at this society is so confusing. It's so confusing. It's going to tell you to do one thing and God said the other. You understand? But you have to stay strong with that. Right?
Sir, if I may.
Please.
I was on my slave, and there was a woman's house that I was painting, and she was, talking me up or whatever, small talk and things of that nature. But it came around to that same conversation about homosexuality and them pushing it in schools and the TV on kids on Sesame Street.
Right.
Two dads and stuff like that. And so when I mentioned that, she was like, so you wouldn't accept your child if they were gay? And I was like, I didn't say that. First off, I don't know how we got there.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, I was like, well, what is acceptance? And so you define acceptance. And she was like, well, you wouldn't let them come to your house with their significant other and meet their you wouldn't accept them for who they are. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but before I answer that, I was like, let's say your child was a drug addict.
That's right.
You accept your drug addict child the way they are. She's like, yes, of course. And I was like, okay. So they can come to your house and do a line of coke. They can come to your house high. They can come to you, go pick them up. You wouldn't, hey, are you clean? You wouldn't be like, hey, are you off the sauce? You wouldn't care to put them where they're supposed to be. You just let them be high, be on drugs.
That's right.
In your house. And she was like, okay, I see where you're going.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. See, and that's what I'll give it up for that, brother. That was great. That was great. You understand? Because that's what Christianity does to us. You understand? If you remember the scriptures, imagination of the mind. You understand? You're delusional. But now when you get down to the real, you get down to the practicability of it. You understand? You have to really get down to the root of things. You just can't say, oh, I accept it, I accept it, I accept it. It's just like when you say, oh, I love everybody. I love everybody, but I don't see you walking down the street and shaking everybody's hands. I don't see you, every homeless person you meet, you should be giving them out clothes. You should be giving out food to every person. You're not doing that. It's not practical. It's not practical. Sis.
With your example, you can even say you see people selling dope and stuff. We ain't over there chumping it up with them and giving them gifts and stuff.
Right.
Oh, you accept the thugs, as they call them, in your neighborhood.
Right.
Indeed. And see, there's something else. The people I tell people on my slavery, the same people that tell you you need to love everybody are the ones who went to war with you. You understand? The same people who tell you you need to love everybody are the same ones who went to war with you. And they went to war with other nations. They didn't forgive them. You understand? Please, everybody remembers 9/11. They even tell you, never forget. Just think. 2 buildings, essentially. 2 buildings were hit. At least 2,000 to 3,000 people were killed, unfortunately. And for just those 2,000 to 3,000 people, more than 3 million people were killed.
Right.
You understand? 2 buildings were hit. A country was at war for 20 years. How many? 20 years. See what we're saying? The same people who tell you that you need to love everybody hate you. They go to war with you. It doesn't make sense. And that's what Christianity does to us. You understand? Let's get back to those scriptures. Where we at?
Verse
24.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24. Even all nations shall say, wherefore hath the Lord done thus unto this land?
Mm-hmm.
What meaneth the heat of this great anger?
Now see, the nations, the other people, They know who you are. You understand? For my people who were Christians and remember the song in the church, I've seen his work. I've seen his work. The other nations have seen the Most High's work. They know it, but they don't want you to know it. They don't want you to know it. Sis?
So is the scripture saying, like, all the other nations are looking at you and saying, look at how low you are. The Lord must don't care about you. God doesn't really care about you.
No. They're seeing what happened to the other nations. They saw what happened to the nations that mess with the Israelites.
That's right.
That's what they see. You understand? For the Egyptians, you understand? For Sodom and Gomorrah, that were really trying to mess with God's people, they saw what happened to them. They saw the people who were serving the Most High's people. It's like, you know what? We can't mess with them. That's why it's somewhere in the Apocrypha, you understand, where they tell the story. They want to go against the Israelites. And a king was advised, well, hold on. Let's make sure if they're serving the Most High or not.
Right.
Because if they're serving the Most High, we don't need to mess with them.
Right.
We don't need to mess with them. But if they're not serving the Most High, then we can take them. You understand? Right. And again, the other nations know that. They know that. That's why they keep putting things in your community so that you can't serve the Most High. That's why you have the commercials of pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. All the restaurants have lobster and crab in them. Right. You understand? All of them do it. Now all of a sudden, like, you see, how many of y'all seen these crab joints just start popping up in all the black communities? You understand? Now all of a sudden, crab is more affordable. It used to be like a delicacy. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's normal food. You see what I'm saying? Like the oppressor knows what he's doing. He knows who you are. But as long as you don't know, he's good to go. He's just fine. Please.
That's why they watching ISUPK, because they see we serving the Lord and we doing what we're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
That's why they like.
Give that brother a hand, man. Give that brother a hand.
That's why they got us on the.
That's right. And that's why they hate us as well.
Right.
That's why they hate us, because the ISUPK is the threat. You understand? ISUPK is the threat. There have been other organizations that were threats as well, but not like the ISUPK. You understand? ISUPK can't be infiltrated. The Panther Party could. They were a threat because what they wanted to keep all blacks together, keep them separated.
Right.
Even though we already have, they already fought for integration. So now the oppressor is going to fight even more. Say, oh, hey, we should be integrated. We should be integrated. Why all of a sudden? You see what I'm saying? That's right, sis. For the money.
Right.
For the money. You're saying the oppressor doesn't love you. He doesn't like you. You're saying, but you can bring the money on. That's what he respects. And that's what he wants. You understand? Like the ISUPK is so strong. That's why they want to take them out. You see, and just real quick, you had the Muslim movement.
Right.
They just let that ride. No sweat. Even if you had, saying the 1 Million Man March. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Why? Because they're serving another God. It's okay. Same thing with the Christian church. Oh, you're just serving another God. You're not serving your God. It's okay. That's why you can have so many churches. You can have 4 churches on the same block. And they can all say, hey, we need to come together. We need to come together. And the oppressor will say, go ahead. Have at it. You understand? But when you start saying, hey, I'm an Israelite, I only rock with blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Christ is black. I'm not messing with y'all. Now it's a problem.
Right.
Now it's a problem. You have something?
Allah.
No sweat. No sweat. That's what we're saying. The other nations, they know who you are. They know. They've seen the work. They've seen the work. Now they're trying to keep you from that as well. Right? Keep going. Verse 25.
Verse 25. Then man shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Lord God of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Keep going.
Verse 26. For they went and served other gods and worshipped them, gods whom they knew not.
That's right.
And whom he had not given unto them.
That's right. All these other gods, these other religions, God didn't give them to us. They weren't made for you. You understand? They're not made for you. It's not yours.
Right.
It's not yours. God's not worried about them. You understand? For the Filipinos who want to worship the wood and whatnot, that's fine. I don't care. For the Muslims who want to worship rocks, that's fine. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? For the president who wants to worship himself,
right?
That's fine. I don't care. But when you start worshiping something that's not meant for you, God has a problem with it. He has a problem with it. Please.
Because you know, Esau, he don't mind you Christians. He ain't worried about the Christians because these Christians, they still believe in that white Christ. That's another God.
That's right.
That's not our God.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Christ. He's not our king. You know, so he's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. So they're not worried about that.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And so it's like, okay, hey, look, you know, as long as we let you keep pushing it out to your people,
mm-hmm.
so they won't serve their God, their true God, and know who they are. Hey, we all good.
That's right. And so that's what we're saying. Like the oppressor knows who you are. He studies your scriptures. You understand? He studied them. He might not understand them fully, but he has an idea. He has an idea. You understand? Like you see how the oppressor is trying to dress like you, trying to talk like you, trying to cook like you. You understand? The oppressor is a culture vulture. Right? He watches you from afar. And he waits for your weak moment to prey on you. All right? So we have to stick with these scriptures. We have to, as my grandmother said, stay with God. And God will stay with you. You understand? Like take it seriously. Take it seriously. Right? Let's keep going. Where we at?
Verse 27, last verse. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land, to bring upon it all the curses that were written in this book.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see where we at. Verse 28. Keep on. Let's go ahead and finish it out.
Oh God. Verse 28. And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger,
mm-hmm.
and in wrath,
mm-hmm.
and in great indignation, and cast them into another land as it is this day.
All right. So again, we're seeing these scriptures. We've seen that the curses affected us. You're saying, and why? Because we were not serving the Most High. You're saying we didn't keep His customs. We didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how we ended up in Egypt. That's how we ended up with other nations. You understand? Like it's never asked how do we get here. We're always asking, why are we on the bottom? You understand? Why don't other nations like us? You understand? We just want to ask that, arbitrarily. But we never really search for those answers. And it's always been right here in the Bible. You understand? It's always been there. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk, we were kings and queens in Egypt. We you know what I'm saying? We used to run Egypt. Like, okay, so now if you did run Egypt, if you were the kings and queens, you were the pharaohs, what happened? Why did you lose your kingdom?
Right.
You understand? Like we're always hearing about it. I always want to brag about that. You're saying, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, Kemet was the first civilization. Okay, that's nice. Why aren't you there now?
Right.
Why aren't you there? Right.
Like, hey, sir, how about this one? We Moors. The Moors used to rule Europe.
Right. Exactly. They always want to say that. Right. But why aren't you there now?
Right.
They can never answer that. As a matter of fact, they don't even ask that. They're saying they're just used to this society ruling now.
Right.
So it seems like you can't imagine anything else.
Right.
Go ahead.
Just like, all right, we was, everybody else, what else did they say? We was kings and queens in Africa. Okay, so if we was kings and queens in Africa, then why they round us up and sell us into slavery? How does that work?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what we're saying. How does it work, man? Why does it work like that? Again, it's been in the scriptures the whole time. It's been there. Okay. Read it again.
You got a question?
Oh no, he's good. He's good. All right. Read it again.
Okay. Verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath.
Okay, real quick, just let's talk about that. He rooted them out in anger and wrath. Now, isn't God all love? Don't they say that? So now, if you're all love, you should not have any room for anger and wrath. I mean, and now when you see wrath is actually worse than anger. Wrath is like the action of anger. You see what I'm saying? If God is so loving, why is he angry? Why is there a wrath coming from him? Why is that? Again, the Christianity is delusional. It's delusional. It's imagination of the mind. Okay? And it pretends that certain things don't exist. Okay? Keep going.
Okay. And in great indignation and cast them into another land, as it is this day.
They cast them into another land. How do we get into America? How do we get into America? How do we lose those kingdoms? How do we lose Europe? See what I'm saying? Because of the anger and the wrath of the Most High. All right?
Right.
You had something?
Okay. I was going to say, we got beside ourselves.
Oh, I like that. I like that indeed. We got beside ourselves. Why? Because we got together with other nations. You understand? We were jealous of their position. We wanted to be like them. We got beside ourselves. We essentially, when you're beside yourself, you kind of lose yourself. Really, you lose yourself, right?
Sir, if I may,
Please.
Just to piggyback off of what you were saying before, how delusional the Christians are to say that God is all love.
Right.
Even when he says himself that a false balance is an abomination. So how can he be just one-sided if he wants balance in everything?
That's right. And don't forget, he's also everything. He's also everything. Remember
those things, though, sir.
That's right. That's right. He's everything and nothing at the same time. He's what was it called? Omniscience. Right. So now you're all encompassing, but now there's no hate in you. There's no anger. You see what I'm saying? And so now with Christians being so delusional, you understand? Like it's like they act as if they can have no hate, as if it's a sin to hate. It's a sin to be upset. You understand? Exactly. Crazy. Right. Crazy. Right? Very good. Please.
A question we need to ask the Christian is, okay, he said, I am the Lord, I'm a man of war. How can a man of war be all love? You can't be all love if you're a man of war.
You can't be. But now a Christian will turn around and say, well, now they love war. Right. They love war. You see what I'm saying? That's what a Christian is going to do. A Christian is going to always going to try to manipulate his way out.
Right.
You say how can be all love? Well, God's a man of war. Well, now when he loves a righteous war. He loves a war where now he can get the land. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where manifest destiny comes in.
Right.
Sis.
It seems to me Christians have this delusional idea that because Christ came, then God, the Most High lost all those abilities to be able to have wrath and stuff. Because Christ came and died, then the Most High doesn't do those things anymore. He doesn't destroy things anymore. He doesn't have wrath or put curses on you because Christ is standing between you and the wrath.
You know what? That is very. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And how you say, just for me. Just for me. So Christ did all that. So essentially, he took on the. Wait a minute. There it is. There it is. Christ is the deity. Just like Roman mythology. I got you, Gabriel. right? He is the deity, like from Roman theology, Roman mythology, where he can take on a god and take on the full wrath of God and withstand it. You see, that's how they try to make. That's how they make Christ.
Right.
That he is this deity that took that was born from God and took on a whole God and won. And guess what? He did it because he loved you. He did it because he was so in love with you. That's what they want you to believe. Essentially, wow, Christianity is right out of a comic book. It is out of a comic book. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's why other nations don't respect you,
Right.
because you believe in this big fairy tale. You believe in this fairy tale. You understand? You believe in like this childish story.
Right.
You understand? And that's the point of the IUCBK, to break down those myths.
Yes.
You understand? That's what we're here for. Gabriel, you had something?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Please.
To piggyback off of what the sister said, back when I used to go to church when I was in the world, they put up a video of when Christ was getting crucified. And so it was like this big action scene. The clouds was going gray, the sky was thundering, there was a storm brewing, and all of a sudden you start hearing a loud boom, and then words start spiraling around Christ saying hateful and mean and all that stuff.
Yep.
And he started absorbing it and turning it into light, and then he just disappeared.
Oh wow!
A comic book. A comic book. You know what? I'm familiar with that too, because I've seen I've seen pictures, right? Well, they'll have Christ up, and they'll have all these negative words, all these negative connotations, you know, saying written all over him, and that's what he put on the cross. You know what I'm saying? So now there's no more murder, there's no more rape, there's no more row.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He took all that just for you. Can you believe that, sis? This did. Absolutely. That's right. You don't want to believe that. You don't want to give that sister a hand for that. Absolutely. That's what we have to fight. That's what we have to fight. Because see, while they're, you know what the word for that is? What's grandioso? Christianity is so grandioso. You understand? Where you just believe in this big story, and it's all about you. It's all about you. Again, this deity took on the whole creator and won because he loved you. He loved you. He is so in love with you. And now because of that, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
That's why we have so much wrong and confusion in the world now. You know what I'm saying? And then the people who this Bible was not made for, then they'll come around and want to get in debate with you and say how you're contradicting yourself. The whole Bible is contradictory. But now, if it was so contradictory, why is it so popular? Why is everybody reading? Why does everybody want their hands on it? You see what we're saying? Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You understand? So there has to be something good about it. You understand? But we're going to explain that too. Let's go to that last scripture. 29.
Deuteronomy 29:29, last scripture. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us.
Who?
Belong unto us.
Who?
Belong unto us.
They belong unto us. That's right. You understand? This book, these scriptures, these secrets are for us. They're for us. You understand? It's just like similar to the secrets of like these real estate people who want to come down. Yeah, laugh at that. That's right. Who say, man, you know what? I've been getting rich and selling houses, and I want to show you how to do the same thing. Really? Doesn't make any sense. if you are really getting rich, you want to stay rich. You don't want it for everybody else. Why? So that lets me know really that this really has to be some kind of scam. You understand? All the people who are really rich and got the businesses, they keep it to themselves. They keep it to themselves. What's the line? Not told. You understand? Can you go to the CEO of McDonald's and ask him about the secret sauce? You see what I'm saying? Not the secret sauce. You can't do that. You don't say, hey, I'm old school. I'm sorry. You understand? You can't ask them for the recipe for Popeyes. They're not going to tell you all that. Even Coke. They'll tell you everything that's in it, but they're not going to tell you how they do it. So now, why do we have to do the same thing with this book? You understand? With our heritage. Why do we have to share that with everybody? Because it's power. It's power. And the oppressor wants your power.
Right.
He wants your power. He wants to be you.
Right.
He wants to be. Have you seen videos lately of the Asians redoing their hair and trying to turn it into an afro? Yeah. It's little things like that. They're trying to be you. You know, Asia now has battle rappers. Yeah, and they battle rap in their language. They're trying to be you. Go ahead.
Like you, sir. The biggest soca scene outside of the West Indies is not America.
Wow.
It's Japan.
Are you serious?
Serious.
And I love soca. Man. And now the biggest scene exactly. The biggest scene is now Japan. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. They're trying to be you. You understand? You see the Arab joints selling fried chicken,
right?
Collard greens and yams,
right?
They're trying to be you. They want your secrets, please.
So, you know, even back in the 90s, you know, when Wu-Tang Clan first came out, and they were going tours over in Japan and China, you know, they was trying to dress like them, be them. You know, they love Wu-Tang Clan.
They love them. You see what I'm saying? They are trying to be you. They want your secrets. You understand? But now they don't want to go through what you had to go through to get there.
Right.
They're not going to suffer like you, though. You understand? As much as oppressors like you and they love you, they ain't trying to live in the project. See what I'm saying? They're not trying to live in the projects. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have to suffer like the people in Flint, Michigan, drinking dirty water. I'm not gonna do that. Oh no, that's beneath them. See what we're saying? It's all business for them. They're trying to be you, and the Bible is showing you that. Read it again.
Okay. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children.
This is for our children. You understand? Our children needs to know this as well. You understand? Like, teach them as they're coming up. You understand? Like, for instance, I can tell you one regret. I have a lot of regrets, but one regret I especially have is cutting my son's hair when he was 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? You always hearing the aunties and mamas tell you, oh, it's time for him to get his hair cut. It's time to get his hair cut so he can have his hairline. I'm regretting that now. If I had really read the scripture, if I had known the truth, my son would have big hair. More than likely, I would too. You understand? I think I would be. I think I would have. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I got Indian in my family too. You know what I mean? I'd have big hair right now. You know what I'm saying? Officer Ricard and Yermi, I would be able to rock with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. You know what I mean? But that's what we're saying. Simple things like that. Simple things. You understand? Like, follow after these statutes and commandments. That's the, you know what? That's why I don't have tattoos, because I saw in the scriptures how I wasn't supposed to have it. You know what I'm saying? And now for the people who do have them, they didn't know. They weren't taught that. You see what I'm saying? Things like that, getting the tattoos, having our hair cut a certain way, eating certain foods. If we had known that from the jump, it's the simple things. Okay? And that's what we have to stay close together. You understand? Be steadfast. Hold on to these scriptures and teach our children that as well. You understand? So that we can get out of this oppression. Remember, it's the simple things we can do. Okay? It's even as simple, you know what I'm saying, as staying away from certain programs, staying away from certain music, staying away from certain people. Okay? Because they influence us as children. You understand? That's why you see America now trying to normalize homosexuality and teaching the children.
Right.
Teaching the children. They how the brother said, they put it in Sesame Street. You understand? They put it in their cartoons. You understand? And like, and then when it becomes so normal, it's like how it goes back to that word, accept it. Because also when you accept it, you believe in it. You believe in it. Okay? And when you do that, it takes you away from the Most High. And you lose your power. Okay? Very good. Now let's finish this out.
Okay. So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
who knew Bert and Ernie was actually homosexual?
You know, I still don't want to believe that. I still don't want to believe that. But again, teaching us as children.
Right.
So now when we get older, this is nothing. This is normal. You accept it. All right?
Okay.
Finish out the scripture.
Okay. Belong unto us and to our children forever.
Forever. That's right. It belongs to them. Don't give it to nobody else, man. Keep going.
That we may do all the words of this law.
That's right. We have to do all the words. And saying you always hear about the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments. There's so many more commandments. That's right. There's so many more commandments. All right. There's over 600, I believe.
Okay.
But essentially, all the commandments can be summed up by the 10. That's the important thing. They can be summed up. So now, if you love the Lord your God with all your heart, you're not gonna do things to destroy yourself.
Right.
You understand? If you love your brother as yourself, you're not going to destroy him either. You're not going to teach him certain things. You're not going to let him believe certain things either. You understand? Like when we tell people, hey, brother, you should not be a homosexual. You understand? You shouldn't do that. That's wrong. I'm not gonna because I love you, I'm gonna be tough on you. I'm not gonna let you walk around and prance around like a little girl. I'm not gonna let you believe that you can put on lipstick and makeup or dress your nails up. No, I'm not gonna let you believe that. Sis, because I love you, I'm gonna tell you, hey, sis, you look beautiful. Let's put some clothes on. You don't have to share all that. Everybody doesn't need to see that. You understand? Your assets are very valuable. You don't have to show everybody. You don't have to advertise. You understand? Because we love you. And granted, it's going to be tough to accept that. It's going to be tough. But the Most High is tough as well. You understand? And it's easier to keep you out of trouble. It's easier to keep you from getting into trouble than to get you out of trouble. All right? Very good. Was there anything else with that?
Law, sir.
Okay, that we may do all the words of this law. Okay, these scriptures are law. All right, let's not break that. Let's stick with it. Okay. Anything else?
That's it. That was the last verse.
Okay, no sweat. All right, with that, let's prepare for the prayers. Roger, us, trumpet. It's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Sorry.
Wow, yeah, Charlotte.
Sorry. right, we'll prepare for the prayers. Israel, Amajam. El Papadam means to face the east. So, it's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakbaka. Baba'ah. Wadazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawafnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawat Yanawa. Wala'ah. Abayanawa. On the sign one. Above. I was shy now. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wathapara. I will love you. Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debts. And we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
It's the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Wayasha Allah. Bahabayah. Saparium. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water. Amen.
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh. The name Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. The name Yahushua.
Thank you.
So be.
Sorry, it's the turn. Israel, you may be seated. Shafi. You got those cue announcements? All right, and with that, we'll pass the class off to Precinct Officer Mabasar.
ICPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 to 21. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3:8-10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That'll be Friday the 15th of September. You can find that in Leviticus 23:24-25. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Man of Israel, Majah, stand. Majah Sabat, Majah, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, and Shabbat. And with that, Slack. And translated that from Hebrew to English, we said, Slakia. Father, in the name of Christ, bless you. Yamatat, hands down. Turn to the sisters. SARS. Turn to the sisters. Imagine. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Majah, not Slakia. Men of Israel, Majah. Man Sabbath, Barak, Yahweh Shamar El Thon, Yahshim Yahushai. And what we said translated from Hebrew to the English is Lord, watch over you in the name of Christ. Yamatop, hands down, class dismissed.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets. City eyes.